Nuestro compañero Sergio hablaba del dato de inflación que hemos conocido en los últimos días, IPC ayer, IPP en el día de hoy, y bueno, vamos a preguntarle sobre este tema en los próximos minutos a Axelle Pinon, que es Equity Product Specialist Manager en Carmignac. Axelle, thank you so much for being in Negocios Televisión. Good afternoon.
Thank you for having me. Hi, everyone.
Axelle, we had a positive surprise yesterday in CPI, today in PPI. However, the market is reacting with not so much volatility in the upside, right? Why is this?
Oh, because we had a lot of volatility over the last weeks, and so I think that everyone tend to agree on what will happen to the next Fed meeting in May. What is more a question mark is for the future. When we look at the Fed monetary policy, we had over the last, like you mentioned, over the last day, a very important element. We had the CPI, the PPI, and the minute of the Fed. The CPI surprise on the downside on both headline and core, thanks to an improvement that came from shelter inflation. Even if we have to keep in mind that shelters is still the largest contributor to the overall figures. But for sure, this CPI report is still quite encouraging for the Fed. But core inflation remain way above the Fed target at 5.6% on a year-on-year basis. When we look at the minutes of the last month policy that has been released yesterday night, it's also pointing towards one more hike in May, but it might be the last one. And what was quite new in terms of the Fed comment, it was that the Fed staff is now expecting a mild recession later this year. So these two data that came after the March job report that still show a labor market that is still strong, despite the fact that we had a decline in monthly job creation. Everything is pointing towards an additional rate increase in May. But what we have to have in mind is that the market might be a bit too complacent by pricing Fed cut as early as this summer, given the fact that we have inflation that could be stickier than expected. And what will be key to watch in the coming weeks will be everything related to wages, because the Fed might need really to see, a confirmation of a wage moderation in order to have better confidence to signal the end of the tightening cycle.
Axelle, we only have 2 more minutes, so I have to ask you to be rather quick, but I wanted to ask you, the Fed yesterday said the US could enter a soft recession this year. Do you think that the Fed is eventually going to cut rates in 2023?
No, so we don't think that they will cut rates as the market is expecting for this summer. We might see later this year, but not this summer. But we are fully aligned with the scenario of the Fed of a recession coming as soon as the H2 this year, because what we see is that the transmission mechanism of the monetary policy is working. We have a credit tightening happening, and it's waiting on US growth. We had the first sign with the service ISM that was weak. We have the rising trends in initial claims. We have a sharp fall in job opening. Therefore, we have signs that are coming to show a recession for H2.
Axelle Pinon, we have no more time. I'm so sorry to not keep interviewing you, but thank you so much for being in Negocios Televisión today, this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bueno, pues nos decía Axelle que es bastante probable que la Fed acabe